All right, guys, here we go. Like I said, we're going to go over the General's Companion for Battle March because GW goofed and uploaded a free PDF that they didn't catch. So here we go, guys. Let's rank up. All right. All right, so Battle March. For those of you who don't know, this is the book that GW launched, right? That you can go buy, $29. But in their infinite wisdom, they posted a abbreviated version of the PDF for free when they did all the FAQs and then took it down. I'm assuming that was an accident. They didn't want to outsell their book and avoid people, but we happened to get it before they took it down. So we, like we said, we don't show anything that we're not allowed to show. They uploaded it. Too bad. But so both me and Cody have read through this. Cody, what's your initial thoughts on it?
I like it. It really brings me back to early Warhammer days, with the smaller armies and, just the randomness. I really like this. And the magic items too. There's a lot of really neat little magic items, 10 to 15 points each. So hopefully we'll get a chance to talk about them. But I'm excited.
Yeah. So just for everybody's clarification, it's not the whole book. The book itself is slightly different. It has lore, like all the books do. It gives you muster lists, so it gives you ideas on how to do lists, or you can just play straight out of the book with those lists if you'd rather. And if we look at those teaser boxes that they release, that they're saying they're going to be releasing for Battle March, they are the list in this book for those.
Okay.
So, there's the scenarios, there's the setup scenarios, the maps, and then the army composition rules for Battle March, which have changed a little bit. This, though, if you don't want to buy the book, this will give you everything you need to just play a scenario and do it on your own from there. And all the magic items that come included with that. So with that being said, let's jump right in. So secondary objectives, couple of things that are different in there. For those of us who remembered baggage carts in the past, they couldn't move. You played it was done.
Now you get to attack them.
Yes, and now they move. Yes. On top of that. So
the way it should have been before. I mean, it was frustrating to play with baggage carts, and I think a lot of people just ignored them or didn't play with them. But now it's something that you can actually attack.
Yes.
And it's something that plays a role in the game. I love it.
Which, speaking of baggage carts, and I will make another announcement. I'll make a separate post. You will need one for Rock Lobba.
Question, Alec. Are there any parameters for the baggage carts?
There are. So let's dive down to those parameters real quick. We'll go over exactly what they do, but their parameters, they haven't changed much. So here's the actual parameters of those baggage carts and what they do. And we're going to use the straight out of this. So they are a heavy chariot.
For Rock Lobba.
Yeah, for Rock Lobba.
All right.
They are a heavy chariot.
Yeah, 60 by 100 millimeter base. Okay. Excellent.
Big base. Yep, big base for it. Some monsters fit on that base. Put that in perspective. But essentially your cart, I mean, everybody's seen mine because I had to make one for Adepticon. As long as it's on the base, you make that cart however you want to look.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
To me personally, this is one of my favorite things because this is a centerpiece that you get to design on it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And yes, GW, they have those models you can go buy if you want to buy it, but yeah.
Oh, make your own. Make your own.
Mine's my baggage cart looks like it's being in the process of raided already, and I got guys defending a broken down cart, and that's the baggage cart. So
Cool.
60 by 100, movement 6 is those things, so they're not the fastest thing in the world. The baggage cart itself is a strength 4, toughness 5, 4 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to die super easy, right?
No, and it has a 5+ armor save, so that's nice.
It does.
Armor piercing, yeah.
And apparently it has hand weapons, hooves, horns, tusk, or similar hand weapons there. But
yeah,
following rules that it has: closed order. So everybody who knows, it's that front arc, 45 degrees. You got to watch it and move. Flee to safety, which is one of its own special rule. It's a loner. It cannot join anything and can't have anything attached to it. So can't hide it in a unit, guys. Sorry. And then a non-combatant. So flee to safety. Should any part of the baggage cart move into contact with or cross beyond a section of the board edge that is within their opponent's deployment zone, it is removed from play, but is not destroyed. The unit has managed to successfully escape from battle, and it's on its way to safety. One of the few things in this game that don't count for points if it's off the table.
Yeah.
And if you notice, the catch here is it has to be on your opponent's deployment zone, not yours. So you can't run it off your board edge. You have to run it off your opponent's board edge. You have to make it across the battlefield.
Okay. Yeah, the non-combatant rule means can't charge, make pursuit, overrun, or et cetera, et cetera. In addition, a model with this special rule cannot use inspiring presence rule of the general, nor hold your ground rule of the battle standard. So, yeah.
And with a leadership of 6,
it's not going to survive in combat very long.
No. So defend that sucker. Yeah. And as it says here, baggage trains should be represented in a miniature diorama occupying a 60 by 100 millimeter base. Baggage carts can be used for a variety of kits, from chariots to war machines, loaded all manners of goods, from mundane to exotic, and can be represented by all spare parts. I probably on mine have like 6 things from 6 different kits just thrown on there and added to make it look like a baggage train for it. But I'm excited. This is better than when they first released them.
Oh yeah,
by every
for sure. Well, and I think that when they first released them, they really didn't specify what the baggage cart was and what it can do and so forth. And now all of a sudden, it's a moving, living piece on the board. I really like this. It's a great move for GW.
Yes, adds another dynamic to the thing of having to protect deals.
Yeah,
and just an alternate phase makes the game more dynamic.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So, what do you actually get with baggage carts here, and how do you attack them on here? So let's focus. We're gonna before we do the raid and burn, we're gonna do baggage carts here. But so attacking the baggage cart. If only one player has a baggage cart, they are the defender, and the opponent is the attacker, tasked with destroying enemy supplies. Guard duty. If both players have baggage carts, the caravan guards of 2 enemy armies have crossed paths with one another, and a battle erupts, with the victor looting enemy supplies. The only way you get victory points, if a baggage cart is alive on the battlefield at the end of the game, the controlling player wins a bonus of 25 victory points. Otherwise, their opponent wins a bonus of 25 victory points. In addition, if a baggage cart is completely within the enemy's deployment zone at the end of the game, its controlling player wins a bonus of 25 victory points. And if the baggage carts manage to escape the battlefield, its controlling player wins a bonus of 25 victory points. So with that in mind, you potentially can win 50.
Yeah. And that's a big deal when we're talking about a 500 or 600 or 750 point game.
Yes. So I will warn you now, those victory points are probably going to go up for the purpose of Rock Lobba because it's a bigger game.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It'll be worth more for your baggage cart to survive or die. Consequently.
Okay, so kind of moving over to the other one, just to kind of speed things along a little bit. It is called what now? Raid and Burn.
Raid and Burn.
Okay. Yeah. To represent this, may be used as a secondary objective. And a unit with a unit strength of 5 or more can attempt to destroy a treasure trove by moving a base contact with it during a remaining move. Once a unit is base contact, it begins the process of destroying it. So it's like an objective, right?
Yep.
But it's something that you can actually destroy. Okay.
Yeah, it's a stationary objective.
Okay.
Right? Baggage cart moves, these stay put.
Like it.
Okay. So this is what the old baggage carts used to be. It's like a camp.
Right, but this isn't going to be on your board edge, right? I mean, these are going to be like in the middle of the table or in different
parts. Could be in the middle of the table.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I thought was a problem with the baggage carts before is it's on the table edge. It's hard to get to. I'm just going to go out and try to destroy my opponent's army. I'm going to ignore it. But these you really can't ignore, and you actually have a better chance of destroying them and getting points from them. So, yeah, I really like that. Okay.
So, and you have, and notice it's a unit strength of 5 or more.
Yeah.
There's a very real chance that we will have this at Rock Lobba too, but it's probably going to increase to like a unit strength of 10 or more. Just we're bigger.
This is an interesting concept because they have to basically spend a whole turn destroying this, right?
Destroying it.
Yeah, and so you have to kind of make a choice as a player. Do I want to, use up this unit's turn doing this, or do I want to have them do something else? So yeah, I like this. Really interesting dynamic.
Well, and the other thing, that nobody has mentioned, and I think it's overlooked, is that this is encouraging small units running on the battlefield. Because besides the restrictions that they've changed in Battle March, which, by the way, for those who don't know, you can't have more than 25% of your total points in a single character. You can't have more than 35% of your total points in a core unit, 30% in a special, or 25% in a mercenary choice. So they're small by nature because of those restrictions. But now if you have to go burn things, you're not going to have your block of 20 guys going to go do that all of a sudden.
Yeah, and the way that GW has kind of changed the rules, you want large blocks of troops. So here's a reason why maybe not taking large blocks of troops is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to move on to random happenings?
Awesome. So a couple other things that have changed here is random happenings. So what these are is everything from terrain to weather on here. You got oddities of war and then using the random happenings, which there's a fair chance we'll be using these too, just FYI. There's a lot of things going on here that have changed, but you and your opponent have to agree with them. But so the first one's disruptive weather. This, when you look at this, reminds me of Albion, the Albion book.
It kind of does. What I really like about this is that depending on what you roll, it's going to hurt a different kind of army.
Yes.
So, for example, if you roll a heavy downpour, that's going to hurt like a very fast-moving army and so forth. Whereas, you look at maybe freezing winds slows warriors down. Another one that might hurt fast-moving armies. So it's not just going to punish one type of army. It can punish, a variety of different armies depending on what you roll. So really interesting.
And depending on what you do on here and what you and your opponent agree to, but you're rolling a D6 for the game.
The entire game. Yeah,
right?
the entire game. Yeah.
is what you're rolling for. And this is going to depend. So like you said, heavy downpour, it's going to restrict your movement by 1.
Yeah.
And usually the fly special rule are struggling to free themselves with the mud. So they're not even able to really fly. And it's, which is funny because these almost resemble what we did 2 years ago with our weather table. Fierce gale, that's going to affect your shooting, right? Reduce the range of all missile units of strength 5 or less by 6 inches. Ow.
Well, and I think that matters more in a larger table. It doesn't matter as much on the smaller tables like that you would use for Battle March, but it's still, it's still going to make a difference. Yeah.
Well, so would that mean for things that have random range, like the Hellblaster, for example?
Yeah. Well, no, Hellblaster doesn't have random range.
But the a cannon.
Yeah.
So you're reducing it by 6 all of a sudden.
Well, instead of shooting 60 inches, it can shoot, 54 or whatever.
Potentially.
Yeah. Well, it might. Again, we won't probably see a steam tank in a Battle March list, but it would reduce that to 18.
Yeah. The scorching heat, that affects those with what is it? Armor, heavy armor, full plates, or succumb to a roll of 1 or 2. Or lose a wound. So you can have guys die before they even get there.
Yeah.
Lightning strikes is another one. Like you said, winds on here, batters the battlefield. I mean, it all affects every army differently.
Yeah.
And that's.
I really like that. It's not just focusing on all hurting shooting armies or hurting fast moving armies, but it can.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what's next. We have wilderness
terrain. Yes, and probably my personal favorite.
Me too. Me too. I think that if there was this random happenings, I think you have to use a lot of terrain, forcing your opponent to go through it just to make it interesting, right? But yeah, Briar Patch. It's difficult terrain. However, units that advance recklessly are likely to suffer harm. To represent this, units that march, charge, flee, or pursue through a briar patch treated as dangerous terrain. So yeah, that's pretty harmful. Rolls of 1, they die. Let's see, defensive position. Tumble boulders and thick brush form a naturally defensive position. A unit occupying this terrain feature counts as defending a low linear object. Okay, obstacle. Sorry. In addition, charging units occupying this terrain feature becomes disrupted. Very nice.
Toxic spores. The air fills with spores, causing warriors to collapse to the ground. Each model that ends its movement completely within this terrain feature must make a toughness test. If the test has failed, the model is overwhelmed by choking spores and loses a single wound. Seems like the mid roll is the worst one on both charts.
That's tough. That's very tough.
Let's
see. Ancient power.
Ancient power clings to the battlefield. Calming winds of magic. Units within this terrain feature gain magic resistance 1.
Nice.
So,
and then healing herbs possess magical healing properties. Immediately after this result is rolled and during every subsequent start of turn subphase, a single model that is within this terrain feature that is not engaged in combat, is not fleeing, and has not succumbed to stupidity regains a single lost wound. Okay, well, that's not great, but that's okay.
So,
and then the best one.
The troll lair. Enraged at being disrupted, a fearsome troll attacks unexpectedly. Place an enraged troll, see below, in base contact with the front arc of the unit that discovered it. If a unit's skirmishers discover the troll, form them up by placing the troll in base contact with them. The troll counts as have charged, and due to the surprise appearance, it has an initiative characteristic of 10.
Nice.
And immediately fight a round of combat between the troll and the unit. If the unit wins, the troll is removed from play, rendering the lair unoccupied, and the unit restrains and reforms. If the troll wins, it will not follow up or pursue, returning instead to its lair, will remain to defend it again if disturbed by another unit. So once he's out, he's out. And there's the troll, slightly different than other trolls in the game. But
yeah,
movement 6, which won't matter because he ain't leaving his lair.
Right.
Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 1, strength 5, toughness 4, 3 wounds, initiative 10, 3 attacks, and leadership of 5.
Yeah.
Cause fear. He's flammable, has a regen of 5. It's just going to be 1, so it's not going to be like a unit of hordes. And
yeah.
there's
So
light armor and troll vomit.
Yeah. So now you got to worry about a troll coming up and attacking you. Love it.
Yeah, the best one in the game, and I promise you, we'll be using this chart in one of those scenarios.
All right, very cool.
And I have the trolls to make it work. And this, by the way, for those, this is any natural piece of terrain in the game. So this is one of those saying, hey, we're going to use this chart, and anytime you come up to a natural piece of terrain, you roll on this chart, and it can be anything for it. Again, it's just reminding me of 6th edition, to be quite honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then all right, the Chaos of War table. This is, by the way, this is different. I haven't seen something similar like this in past games, but when using Chaos of War in your games, from their second turn onwards, the player who took the first turn rolls a d6 at the beginning of each of their start of the turn subphase. If the number is rolled equal to or lower than the current number, their opponent rolls a d6 on the table below, re-rolling any results rolled previously. So you're only going to get each result once. You're not going to get it multiple times in a row in here. But so if you roll a 1, for unknown reasons, the winds of magic bluster unpredictably. Whenever a player makes a casting roll, any roll of a natural 1, 2, or 3 will result in a miscast. And any roll of a natural double 4, 5, or 6 will result in a perfect invocation.
Yeah, I like that. It's not going to be overwhelming, but it certainly plays a nice little chaos factor into the game.
Yeah.
Misplaced resources. If the Chaos of War supplies are easily misplaced, roll a scatter dice in the center of the table and follow the arrow to the battlefield's edge. This is the point in which a lost baggage cart suddenly arrives upon the battlefield. The winner of a roll-up is the owner of the lost cart, tasked with reclaiming and defending it. So this could force you to defend something that you weren't ready to do because you maybe set up differently, and you don't want to lose the points by not defending it. So I love it. Yep.
Yeah. Dwindling ammunition. Whilst warbands patrol the wilderness, their ammunition becomes increasingly scarce. Units armed with missile weapons can only shoot them every second turn. In other words, if a unit shoots a missile weapon during the first turn, they cannot shoot a weapon again until the third turn.
Wow. I pray that when I play a game like this, I'm playing against a Wood Elf army. Oh, yeah.
Or an army.
And I get that roll. Oh, man. That would be such a great roll to get. Okay. Well, all right. So, Treasures of the Backcountry. The battle takes place in a region replete with natural resources. For this battle, treasure troves are worth 20 victor points, and strategic landmarks are worth 50. Wow.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Drawn out conflict. Whilst most small battles are short, some can become prolonged battles of attrition. Unless one side concedes or the agreed time limit is reached, the game will last for 6 rounds rather than the usual 5. Oh.
Okay. And then the Wandering Mercenaries, a band of mercenaries approaches the battlefield, offering their services to the highest bidder. The winner of the roll-off gains a unit of 10 Wandering Mercenaries, armed either with hand weapons and shields or with hand weapons and short bows. In the case of a tie, both players gain a unit of Wandering Mercenaries. Wandering Mercenaries arrive immediately in reinforcements from any point of the battlefield edge, not within either player's deployment zone. For the purposes of calculating victory points, this unit is worth 50 points. Love it. Just a random 10 dudes show up and say, let me help you out.
Let me have fun and fight. And this is those. I mean, your basic stat, weapon skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, 1 wound, leadership is 7. The mercenaries, they got moved through cover. And they're skirmishers. So
nice.
Nothing huge, but could change the battle at a critical point. So,
yeah, especially when we're talking about 500 points or 600 or 750 for Battle March, it could be huge. Yeah.
So, and those are the tables. So now we get to the new magic items in here.
I love these.
I love them. They're cheaper than everything.
They're cheaper, and they're not. Most of them aren't as effective as a normal magic item. Or in the common tables magic item, but they add something unique and could make a difference in the game. So, yeah.
So, start us off there with that first magic weapon.
Yeah, Skirmisher's Blade gives -1 AP, extra attack +1, and magical attacks. They may also re-roll any failed rolls to wound if they are engaged in the flank or rear, which makes sense. Skirmisher's Blade. Yep. 25 points. That's kind of expensive, but that might be kind of neat for a skirmishing character.
Well, and with a character, well, it's not just. I think that the title is deceiving because you don't have to be a skirmisher.
No, you do not have to be a skirmisher.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying that would be the most ideal situation because they're more likely to get into flanks and rears. So,
yeah. But it gives you an extra attack. And in this game where you're going to have lower point characters with only 2 or 3 attacks.
Yeah, this would be, I suppose, probably more ideal for like strength 5, naturally strength 5 characters, chaos, maybe, I don't know what else.
Sonya would be in there. Yeah. But yeah. All right. Thorn Spitter Stave. Sorry. It's a ranged weapon or combat. It has a range of 24 inches, strength 4, armor bane 1, magical attacks, and ponderous. Or in combat, you get +1 strength, armor bane 1, and magical attacks. The Thorn Spitter Stave has 2 profiles resembling how it is used in ranged and in combat, and that's for 20 points. So, little dynamic, little different, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I'm not sure it's worth it, but it's kind of fun to have your character also attack, especially if he's in a part of an army where your character can't take a bow or something. Have a ranged attack, yeah. Let's see, the Trail Blazers Hatchet, 15 points. +1 strength, -1 AP, flaming attacks, magical attacks, move through cover. Okay. Models whose troop type is infantry. Once per game during the start of turn subphase, the wielder of the Trailblazer Hatchet may use it to reveal the path ahead. Until the end of the turn, the wielder and their unit gains some move through. Oh, that is nice. Beefy. I like that.
That's beefy. Once per game. That could be handy for 15 points.
Yeah.
And it's +1 strength and AP1 all the time.
That kind of negates dangerous terrain if you were to roll that up for the random happenings wilderness chart.
That's not too shabby of a weapon all of a sudden. Destero's Blade. Combat strength of the user, AP1, magical attacks. The wielder with this weapon has a +1 modifier to their initiative characteristic. So a little faster.
Yeah.
Points.
This is kind of an underwhelming blade for me. I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, but for 10 points, I mean,
yeah.
You know what Empires, their lowest characters are strength 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have 10 points that you can't spend on anything else, it's not a bad upgrade for what it is.
Yeah, maybe not. I guess you're probably right. I mean, it kind of makes like their characters sort of the same initiative as a high elf character, maybe, or
Could
something
be
like that. And it's
potentially.
-1 AP, not armor bane -1 or armor bane 1. So
Yeah. So I mean,
that's kind of
sure, you're
nice.
hitting a strength 4, but they're 1 less armor, and in a game that you're gonna probably not have as beefy defensive characters
No.
because of the nature of Battle March.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible option if you have like 10 points you can't fill anywhere else.
Yeah.
So on to the magic armor.
Helm of Courage may be worn with other armor. Ooh, I like it. The wearer of the Helm of Courage improves their armor value by 1. In addition, once per game, the wearer and the unit joined may reroll DC. Oh, that is
You're a
so good.
BSB MIDI.
That is so good. That's going to be taken in every battle march list, right? I mean, this
Shoot.
kind of gets you around having to take a BSB.
Well, I have to remember the things, but Bretonia has a virtue that does the same thing, and I'm pretty sure it's for the same points almost.
Yeah.
Which means I could have 2 of those things running around now.
Well, I think it's great. I know BSBs are great, but when you're really trying to,
tight on
save
points.
points, yeah. Wow.
So, all right. A padded, what is it, Hauberk?
Yeah, Hubert. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So, the padded Hauberk is a suit of heavy armor. In addition, the wearer improves their armor value by 1 against attacks with an AP characteristic of nothing, a maximum of 2+. Oh, with an enemy characteristic of whatever. Okay. So to a maximum of 2. So if you have a weapon, if your person has a weapon that's AP2, you get to improve your armor characteristic by 2.
Really?
Right? Am I reading that right?
Where improves their armor value by 1 against attacks with AP characteristic of negative something.
Negative something to a maximum of 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need some clarification. Because that pretty much, yeah, that's nice.
I mean, so the way I'm reading this and the way I'm going to interpret this come game time, if somebody takes this thing,
okay, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is like -2. It'd be gains +2 to their armor save, maybe.
But if you have a -3 weapon, you max out at 2, not 3.
Yep, got it. Okay. The next one, the Iron Rim Shield, is a shield. The bearer, but not their mount, should they have one, has a +1 modifier to their attack characteristic. However, this bonus attack must be made using an ordinary hand weapon. Again, I think this is a great one for strength 5 characters.
Yes. Because I don't think you're going to have a lot of magic weapons, particularly.
No.
So, but it says a hand weapon, so that means like if you have a lance, can't use it.
No.
Yeah, it has to be a hand weapon. So,
yeah.
be careful, guys. So, Shadowed Mantle. Models whose true type is infantry only. The Shadowed Mantle is a suit of light armor. In addition, the wearer cannot be targeted by enemy shooting or by enemy spells within 6 inches of a friendly unit rather than the usual 3 if the wearer is the closest target. Interesting. Okay.
I'm trying to think of a reason why you would want this. I guess so you can have a character who can charge at a different target. You normally, if you have a character running around a unit outside of it, it's usually a wizard. But
well, the question is, are you going to see more, or like if I have a baron or a paladin on a barded Pegasus, all of a sudden it's infantry. So if I have him on foot,
yeah, and so that's a little bit. I mean, that's the only reason why I think you would take it is so you can have a character on foot who can charge maybe a different target.
The-
I mean, I guess it would be okay for like elves, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. All
well,
right.
and like we mentioned earlier, and we can talk about this a little more at the end. The way GW seems to be going with all their games is they're going smaller,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And Battle March, at least in this depiction, indicates that they want smaller units running around on the field. So are we going to see more of what they initially kind of wanted of characters not within units anymore? So you have more of a dynamic running around.
Well, maybe, and again, like I said, this could be a good thing. I mean, it could be beneficial strategically to have a character that can do its own thing. Charge a different target or cause havoc somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, Talisman of Authority, single use. Enemy models that wish to direct their attacks against the bearer of the Talisman of Authority during the combat phase must first take a leadership test using their own leadership. If the test is passed, they may attack as normal. If the test is failed, they cannot attack this turn. Oof, 30 points. And it's just the model too, right? It's not like the unit.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a yeah, I'm not
That's a
sure I'll
hefty
see this one on the
price,
yeah.
especially for a small game that you're looking at.
Single
So,
use, yeah.
I mean, this would be like if you had that character on a Pegasus or that character on a chariot,
Yeah.
that you would put it on all of a sudden. So,
Well, and I can see some combos here. If you had like is it the necromancy spell that
yeah,
gives you -2 leadership, or maybe
but it's single use too, and for 30
yeah.
points, I mean that's
You have
hefty.
to set up the stars have to align just perfectly. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah. Wandering Talisman, 15 points. The Wandering Talisman gives the bearer a 6+ fort save against any wound suffered.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on that one.
It's I don't know. I think the talismans are kind of a bust in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that
I
is
don't see that. I don't think they're gonna make the roster for me anyways.
yeah.
All right, Banner of Renown, single use. When calculating its combat results, a unit carrying the Banner of Renown may claim an additional +1 combat result. Let's see, what is the War Banner? 25.
25 points. So for 10
So
less
this is
points, you get a
a
single
War
use one.
Man's War Banner.
Yeah. So for 10 points less, a single use,
Yeah.
you get +1 to the combat result.
Nah, I'm not sure about it.
No.
Not sold on it.
And me and guys, you do whatever you want, but me and Cody are like hesitant when it's single use items.
It has to bring in a lot, it has to do something pretty big, even though it's only 15 points. I guess, yeah, in a smaller game, maybe you just need that one turn of the +1. And since you get to decide.
Yeah, it doesn't say the first time.
Yeah.
There's no specification of when you have to use it.
You just get to say, "Oh, I need that +1." Yeah, I think that's good. Actually,
So,
it
I mean,
might
that
be
might be
okay.
worth it just because of that.
Yeah, it's situational. Yeah.
And then the Banner of the Bold, a unit for 10 points. A unit carrying this Banner of the Bold gains the Veteran special rule, and I think that is worth all day long.
Man, I would take this in any army. I think
Yeah.
this is the banner of the ages, right? Veteran is such a great rule.
Oh,
First of all,
great!
it is such a great rule, and to be able to give it to any unit that can have at least a 10-point magic banner, this is amazing. So,
Yeah,
I like it.
I take it all day, every day on it. Just
10 points. Wow, that's so underpriced.
I know. So, all right, continuing on to enchanted items. Oh, there we go. Okay.
The Ranger's Glass. If your general is equipped with the Ranger's Glass, you add +1 to your roll when rolling off to choose who takes the first turn. That could be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be. Yeah, it could be good.
However, if both players are equipped with the item, a roll up decides which is authentic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you have a lot of shooting, it matters.
it
You get the first
does.
turn. Or if you're a very fast army who needs to get across the board, it matters. So
Or no armor either, right? So I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
like Beastmen, they I could see them benefiting from that.
Especially with smaller tables, you may only get one turn to shoot and react to your opponent,
Yeah.
especially if you don't go first. So I like it. 20 points, it's worth it, in my opinion.
All right. Probably one of my more favorite named items. The all-seeing eye of Numas. The
Love it.
bearer of the all-seeing eye of Numas ignores modifiers for full or partial cover, and when determining their line of sight for the purposes of shooting, ignores woods.
Oh no!
And that's
That
not a
is so
single
good.
use item for 15 points. Okay. Fireball all the way, guys.
Nice. I love it. That's good.
Oh. All righty. Moving on.
So let me ask you this. Their line of sight for the purpose of shooting ignores woods. So if you're standing behind woods, I can still shoot you?
You can shoot because I can see you. It ignores it.
There's no hiding from this. I
There's
love it.
no hiding from this.
All right,
And
wilderness
it's not
map.
a single-use item.
Yep.
And since it's an enchanted item, I mean, only a
what
character's
now?
going to take it. But, yeah.
Okay, wilderness map. When the bearer of the wilderness map or their unit causes a roll to be made on the wilderness terrain table. Oh, I like this. I noticed that there's one for each of the random happenings table. There's the reroll. Yeah.
There's a reroll.
Yeah, I like that. That really seems flavorful. As far as you've got a counter to random stuff that may happen. Yeah.
Well, and we were talking about how they removed extremely common magic items. This is an extremely common.
Yeah.
Which means you can have multiple of these things. They're not single use. I don't know why other than have multiple characters running around, but yeah. All right, Enchanted Almanac for 5 points. If a character in your army bears the Enchanted Almanac, you may re-roll a d6 when required to roll on the Chaos of War table. See page 41. So,
yeah, that's almost an auto include if you think that that chaos, because it could really hurt your army, and so you get a chance to re-roll that for 5 points. I mean,
yeah.
I really like some of these scrolls. I mean, I think this is the way to go. I really like it.
Yes. So go ahead there.
Okay, scroll of fiery convocation, single use, but you get to cast fireball instead of whatever spell you want to cast. And I assume it's
15 points.
Yeah, I assume it's casting the fireball spell at whatever the fireball goes off on innate, right?
Instead of attempting to cast the first spell they know, the bearer of the scroll of fiery convocation may read it to cast the fireball spell from the lore of battle magic. So you are casting it as from the thing there.
Yeah.
And I feel like they experimented with all these with Tomb Kings with their scrolls because they had scrolls that spells and whatnot. Back of the War for Cetra's Fury.
Yeah. Well, I just think this is such a great idea, and it's a common item too. So
yes.
You can take multiple of these scrolls and and really in a small point battle that can make a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll of Deathly Whispers, a single use. Instead of attempting to cast a spell they know, the bearer of the Scroll of Deathly Whispers may read it from the Deathly Cabal spell from the lore of necromancy. Which I'm not sure what that one does. Cabal.
I'm looking it up right now. I had looked it up earlier and I liked it. It was okay. It wasn't great.
10 10 points.
Until the start of your turn, subphase, the caster and any unit they have joined gains a 6+ ward on any wound suffered. And you gain fear. If you already have fear, you gain terror. So not a bad scroll to have, especially if you're fighting undead.
And for 10 points, that's not shabby at all.
Especially if you have a large unit, you might be able to save a few with 6+ ward save. So
yeah.
And it's lasts until the start of your next subphase.
So there you go.
Weirdstone Shard, single use. Immediately before the bearer of the Weirdstone Shard makes either a casting roll or a dispel roll, they may declare that they will use it to apply a +1 modifier to the roll. This is such a good. I might. This is one of those common items. I mean, this is one of those Battle March items I wish they would include in the common items, because Magic has suffered so much, and it's nice to have that just extra +1 to get off a spell, you know. So.
Yeah. All right, and scroll up. Obfuscation.
Yeah, obfuscation. That is, I think
Confounding convocation spell from the Lore of Illusion.
Yeah. So Wilson play. The target enemy unit becomes subject to the stupidity special rule.
Oh, that'd actually be very helpful in this game.
Well, and I want to point something out. It is a 8 casting value, so it's not terribly hard to dispel, but you have to have a 9 to dispel it, and it's a remains in play.
Yeah, for 5 points, that's worth it.
Well, it's casting range 9. So you're probably not going to get it off on the first turn. But if you can somehow get it off on the second turn, they're going to have to roll second turn, third, fourth, fifth turn for that stupidity test. Their chances are they're going to fail at least once, if not twice.
Yeah.
So not bad for 5 points.
So, and that is it.
That's it. Yeah.
That is it for the purpose of this. So, like we said, guys, I mean the book itself is different. It has more, but if you just want not to spend the money on the book, you can get this thing for free. And there's a bunch of people that haven't posted because, like I said, GW goofed and uploaded this thing, and then I guess realized their mistake like an hour and a half later and took it down. But there's some of us who got it pretty quick on here. Overall, I think this is the direction that GW is going with all their stuff. Smaller games, faster games, and more flavorful games, right? With the whole alternate charts and everything else.
Yeah. This has this feel of like earlier editions where Warhammer was more about like war bands.
Yeah.
And it feels like Battle March is more about war bands. The magic items are flavorful and can affect the game, but not in a major way.
Yes.
And then you've got the actual environment randomly affecting the game in a more story-like fashion. And I really like it. Yeah, I think this is great. I hope GW continues with this. I would love to see more campaign-like supplements, you know, in different parts of the old world.
Yes.
And maybe they will.
And I think if the Cathay book is any indication that they released, that is the way that they're leaning, right? And like even this one, the Battle March ones, the campaign in here is the Axe Bite Pass. The campaign where the Bretonnia was fighting the orcs and goblins, right? So they are definitely leaning that way. And it's 6th edition. I hate to say that always, because that is a lot of people who are new to the hobby did play in 6th edition, but 6th edition was a lot of campaigns across the entire Warhammer world.
Yeah.
And had different ones. Like they had one for Albion, they had one for Lustria, they had all over the place. And I feel that's the way they're going. So, but in the realm of Rock Lobba, guys, you will need a baggage cart. Just FYI, 60 by 100 millimeter base. customize it, do what you want, make it a campsite for all we care. It is a diorama piece to represent you. That's what it is. While we're on the topic of Rock Lobba, so that Friday before, we will have the tables open at noon. So if you want to come in, play a game or two, or just drop off your armies, I promise they're safe because the whole area gets locked up and doesn't move anything. I'm not the only one that leaves models there. There's literally hundreds of models that get left at the convention that's locked up, and they're perfectly safe. Then Saturday is Rock Lobba. It'll be all day. And then we have an opportunity on Sunday. Sunday, we have the gaming hall, which will be the front part of the convention floor. Couple of things going on. There's 240K events going on that day, but then we have space that we could do a Battle March event day. And I will post that question in the form for you guys to vote on. Pretty much it would work like this. Rock Lobba is Saturday. That's the big one. That's with all the prizes. Prizes have been ordered, by the way, and they are bigger. They are bigger, and there's more of them. So just FYI there. And then Sunday, since it would be smaller, there would not be prizes for that, but we still have to rent out the floor. So if you purchased a ticket for Rock Lobba, you'd get into the Battle March thing on Sunday for free. It's done. I could maybe get a couple of smaller prizes, maybe. I'd have to work on the budget, but if you just want to play in the Battle March, you're going to be paying a small fee of some kind because at the end of the day, we got to rent the space out.
The main thing that we need from you guys is to vote, to let us know if there's even enough interest for a Battle March on Sunday.
Yeah. So, and we are more than happy to plan it and run it. We just need your input, guys.
And we're still planning on doing a Battle March League in the fall. So look out for those announcements and so forth coming up.
Yep. So, and it will be using this. It'll be using this as well as the veteran charts from the Raising of the Westerlands there to help your units gain experience. So
yeah, we definitely want to see that mechanic in the league where every round your units can advance and become stronger. And we'll record that and continue on throughout for each round. So we've got some ideas kicked around, and we're excited.
Yep. So anything else before we check out, Cody? Anything else I'm forgetting?
Not that I can think of.
So, guys, we will get back to the battle reports in the future. They will be Battle March reports most likely, since that is the direction we're going, and we can get more of those done. Plain and simple truth is. But so be on the lookout for those, and be on the lookout, guys, for any new announcements coming up with Rock Lobba. If you have not registered, please do. We already starting to fill in seats, and we got a limited amount of spots, so it'll be bigger, better, and it'll be a blast for anybody who's come in years past. Go look at the videos, guys. It's fun each time. In the meantime, guys, keep it easy, and we'll catch you on the flip side.